What is up, gang? Happy Tuesday. I am excited to jump on and talk to you guys about this nutrient that I can pretty much guarantee you do not have enough in your diet, and it's probably slowing down your weight loss. If you're catching this on the replay, my name is Amanda Nyberg. I'm a registered dietitian with a passion for health and wellness, and my goal is to provide you with relevant nutritional strategies to help you stay on track and get back on track with your weight loss. So it is that time of year, springtime, the weather's finally nice out. We're all pulling out our shorts and thinking about our swimsuits, and we're thinking it's about time to get back on track. So I'm constantly working with clients on a daily basis, helping them to make healthy nutrition choices. And probably one of the biggest nutrient that I see people lacking on that can really up your weight loss game is, drumroll please, fiber. Yes, I am talking about fiber. Fiber is so good for you. It's so important for your digestive health, your overall health, and it's really great if you're trying to lose weight. And I know a lot of my clients that are using MyFitnessPal, that are tracking their macros. When we talk about macronutrients, those are our big nutrients. We're talking about carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. But one of the things that we also look at when we're tracking our macros is our fiber intake, because the more fiber, the better. Guess what? Fiber fills you up. Fiber keeps you full. Fiber helps you lose weight. So anytime you can incorporate foods that are higher in fiber, it's a good thing to do. Now, here's the deal. A lot of times, when I work with clients, we switch to whole food nutrition. We load up on vegetables. Good low glycemic fruits, good lean protein, things like that. And people are still surprised at how little fiber they get. Because it's a little bit here and there. So I'm going to help you guys today. I want to tell you a little bit more about all the good that fiber does and why it's going to help you lose weight the more that you consume it. And then I'm going to give you my top 4 products that I use on a daily basis to really get my fiber intake up. Now, here's the deal. When we're eating a diet of lots of processed foods, when I worked in the clinic, I used to call them slider foods. When we eat a lot of chips and crackers and things like that, you put them in your mouth, you suck on them, and they just dissolve, okay? That's why you can eat a sleeve of crackers and still be hungry, because by the time they get to your stomach, they're all gone. There's not a ton of fiber, there's not a ton of substance to them. But when we focus on whole food nutrition, foods that are high in fiber, say like broccoli is loaded with fiber. So when you put broccoli in your mouth and suck on it, what happens? Nothing. I always say you could suck on broccoli for a week and it would still be there. Those are foods that you have to chew, that you have to swallow. Those are foods that are going to create bulk and volume in your stomach, therefore filling you up. Those are foods that take 4 to 5 hours to digest, therefore keeping you full. So when you focus on whole food nutrition, you fill up good, and you stay full longer. So that's really the key. And that's why fiber can be so beneficial, because it's definitely a huge bulking agent. So getting lots of fiber in your diet is really gonna help you to lose weight across the board. Now, what's kind of like the magic number? Ideally, for most people, we wanna get somewhere between about 25 to 35 grams of fiber a day. And that's kind of minimum. If we can get more, 45, 50 grams, that's awesome. But I'm here to tell you, again, it's very hard to do in order to get all that extra fiber in. So anywhere that you can incorporate foods that are higher in fiber, you should do so. Starting with vegetables. Vegetables are always going to be a really good source of fiber. But believe it or not, like 1 cup of broccoli has about 3 to 4 grams of fiber. So you got to eat a lot of vegetables to really get that number up. 25 to 35 grams. Raspberries are really high in fiber. So a lot of your fruits are higher in fiber because especially fruits that you consume the skin, because skin is gonna have a lot of fiber in it. So if you think about like raspberries, if you think about like strawberries, blueberries, we're consuming the skin of those. So it tends to have a much higher fiber content. So think about that. All your berry group, you should be eating if you're choosing fruit, berries are probably the best food group to choose from. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, even like cherries. I know it's not quite a berry, but it's kind of like a uri. So they're all, again, the skin is loaded with phytonutrients, fiber, and they're low glycemic. And they're probably a little bit on the low glycemic side because they are higher in fiber. So that's good. We do a lot of calculating net carbs in my program. Lean, living, energized, and nourished. And what net carbs are? Total carbs minus fiber. And the reason why we do that is because fiber is considered part of that total carbohydrate number. But we don't want it to count against you, okay? Because we want you eating a ton of fiber. So I allow my clients to subtract the fiber, and it gives them a little bit more to work with. So that's what, when people are talking about net carbs, that's kind of what they're talking about with regards to subtracting the fiber, because you want to load up on fiber for sure. Other foods that are really good in fiber, beans are a great source of fiber. The sun is like, it's all coming in now on me. Beans are a great source of fiber. Black beans, lentils are a great source of fiber. So we love to incorporate animal proteins as well as non-animal proteins like beans in the program. And that's kind of the nice thing about incorporating a non-animal based protein, is because typically they've got a lot of fiber in them. So it's good to have like a little variety. You know, I love a lot of chicken and fish and beef. And then I love to use like black beans and kidney beans and lentils whenever I can. Quinoa is another really popular product that we use in the lean program that's a nice source of fiber. It's a gluten-free grain. It's actually high in protein. So anytime that you have protein, fiber, and fat involved in a food, you're going to slow down the digestion of that food. And that's really important. So that's why I always say, like, if you're gonna eat like an apple, pair it with some peanut butter, because the peanut butter is gonna have healthy protein and fats, which are gonna slow down the digestion of the apple. So incorporating those three nutrients into the foods that you're eating help, again, keep you full and satisfied longer, because it takes much longer for that food to digest. Whereas like carbohydrates, like if you sit down and eat crackers, well, that's gone in like an hour, okay? So you eat it, an hour later, you want more. What are some other good sources of fiber? Popcorn's not too bad. Nuts are a good source of fiber. Those are good too. Some rice cakes have a little bit more extra fiber. So we love those gluten-free grains that we can utilize to kind of give us a crunch and everything. So these are my kind of go-to items that I use in my life to try to get my fiber up. And here's the thing, you know, I encourage you guys, make it a challenge, you know, think about it next week. Start tracking, see how many grams of fiber you can get. What about you guys? Like, how many of you struggle to hit that 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day? Give me a thumbs up if that's hard. It is a lot of work, a lot of work. How many of you guys are crushing the fiber? You're able to get that 25 to 35 grams in a day. Give me a heart if you're one of those. So it's kind of like across the board. But when you find these items to kind of bump up the fiber intake, you'll do really good. Okay, so my number one thing for fiber, oatmeal. Yeah, that's another good source of fiber. Is oatmeal, so that's a good suggestion. The first one is chia seeds. Chia seeds are loaded with fiber. So in just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, you get 8 grams of fiber. So whenever I have a client that is struggling with loose stools, chia seed pudding is a really good thing to add as a bulking agent. So there's a lot of great paleo chia seed pudding mixes out there. If you need something sweet, it's a great way to incorporate, something sweet into your diet and get a ton of fiber. So this is, almost half. I mean, if you did 4 tablespoons of chia seeds a day, that's 16 grams of fiber. That's a lot. And you can do a lot with this. You can put them in your shake. They do kind of get like a little pearly when they absorb the water. You can sprinkle them on your salad, put them in your soups, make the chia seed pudding. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with chia seeds. So I love incorporating chia seeds into my diet. Okay, so the next thing that I love to do, because I like little add-ins, like what can I just throw in, because I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of whole food nutrition. So I'm gonna get, I can typically get a good, 20 grams of fiber through my food choices. So these are just kind of putting me over the edge. Now, for you, if you're not a big veggie eater, you may need these just to get to what you need. Okay, so my next thing is flaxseed. I love flaxseed. Flaxseed is super versatile. It's got a little bit of a nutty flavor to it. I think it goes really well in sprinkled on your salad, sprinkled in your soups, pretty much like anything that you're incorporating. You can use a little bit of flaxseed. Start with a little, just so you can kind of get an idea of what the flavor is, and then add a little bit more. You can put it in your shake or your smoothie. You can use the ground flaxseed. If you buy the ground flaxseed, please note it does say refrigerate after opening. Hemp hearts is another decent source of fiber. It's a little bit a better source of protein. It's a good vegan protein source, and that's great to kind of sprinkle everything. Hemp hearts is another one that you got to refrigerate. You got to read the labels because they trick you on that. I had a whole bag go bad because I didn't refrigerate it. So for this, again, 2 tablespoons of this flaxseed is 4 grams of fiber. So you can get a little bit more. Almost half the amount of the chia seeds. So the chia seeds are really the biggest bang for your buck. But still, sprinkle a couple of tablespoons here and there. The ground flaxseed is really, really good. Easy to find. So that's also good. Okay, my next, yes. Read the label. Refrigerate after, all these things you kind of have to refrigerate after open. So watch that. My next item that I have fallen in love with is this hemp protein, this high protein hemp protein. And I love this because in 3 tablespoons, it's got 12 grams of fiber. So I use this sometimes to kind of beef up my green smoothies, my protein shakes, anything that I'm making like that. I'll just add this in addition to like my protein powder or something, and that's gonna add a big jump of fiber. So 12 grams right there, throw it in your shake. Really easy to use. Now, this stuff is best when it's used with like things with flavor, okay? It's not the best just with some water. It needs a little help. But it's a great source of fiber, and you get 11 grams of protein. Plant Blaze, love this product. So I got this actually at Whole Foods, but you could order it online. So a nice little high fiber add-in to your protein shakes or your smoothies that you're using every day. Okay, and then here is, again, whole food nutrition. That's where you want to focus on getting your fiber the most. Load up on foods that fill you up and keep you full. That's really key across the board. One of the things that I do have to mention with regards to, vegetable consumption and things like that is, guys, chew your food. Think about it, okay? I really want you to concentrate on small bites, chewing your food. Your belly is going to thank you for it over time. So think about that when you're incorporating all of this whole food nutrition. Okay, this is, if you guys know me, I'm obsessed with this product. I eat it probably on the daily. I know a lot of you have already mentioned it, but it's just a nice combination of a nice sweet treat. It's a great source of protein. It's a nice source of fiber. It's a crunchy. I miss my cereal because I do all gluten-free. So it's a nice kind of like cereal mix. But that is this yummy pro granola, guys. I love it. This stuff is macro magic is what I say. But it's really great. I like to eat it dry. Some people don't like it dry. Some people like to eat it with almond milk. Super delicious with almond milk. You can sprinkle it on if you do dairy, maybe you do yogurt or something. I'm dairy free for the most part, but you can sprinkle it on your yogurt or a lot of different ways that you could use this. But the macros are, again, off the charts. So for a half a cup of the Pro Granola, you get 14 grams of fiber, yes. And then you get 12 grams of protein. So it's just a really quick, easy way to throw in some extra fiber. Now, you're gonna pay for this fiber. It's expensive. It's about $10 a bag, but the bag I think lasts me like 2 weeks. It does have, it's got 15 servings. So it'll last you 15 days, half a month if you do a serving a day. But this is, apple and peanut butter and Pro Granola. Ooh, that sounds so good. maybe a little rice cake. But I love this. Anytime that I'm lacking on my fiber by the end of the day, I can add this. But think about it as you're looking at, you know, what foods are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck and your weight loss. The other key with fiber is really good for your digestive health. You know, if you have constipation issues, if you have, you know, loose stools, IBS, you know, things like that, then incorporating more fiber into your diet is key. Where do you get it? I get it on Amazon. You can also go to juliansbakery.com and they will also have it there, the Pro Granola. Fiber is super important for your heart health, okay? For those of you that are looking to lower that bad cholesterol, that LDL, you need more fiber, all right? Fiber actually like absorbs fat and allows it to leave the body. So that's the benefit of incorporating more fiber into your diet. It's been shown to, you know, reduce your risk of cancer. So anytime that you're incorporating high fiber foods, you're just, not only is the fiber gonna help you, but all the vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients that you get from all those high fiber foods. So you don't have to rely on grains. You don't have to rely on wheat and gluten products for your only source of fiber. There's tons of other ways to get plenty of fiber in your diet. But when you're looking for weight loss, fiber is the key. So what kind of questions do you guys have about getting more fiber? How did you like the chocolate? I have not tried the chocolate Pro Granola yet. Maybe I should do a live video and whip it out and try it right now. I missed the portions of the chia seeds. Okay, so the chia seeds, 2 tablespoons, very small. 2 tablespoons gives you 8 grams of fiber, 0 sugar. So easy to add that. I mean, you could easily add, you know, 4 tablespoons of that to your diet each day, and get that fiber up. I was reading about like nutrition, like history. I don't know what. I think it starts with an A or something. But they were talking about that they predict that, you know, back in the day that we ate upwards to like 100 grams of fiber a day. That's a lot of fiber. That's a lot of sticks and seeds, that's for sure. So, yeah, what's the expiration date on the Pro Granola? I don't know. Oh, 2020, next year. So about a year. It's got like egg white powder. It's got, you know, some fiber, lots of seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds. That's probably what's giving it all the fiber, all those chia seeds. Sesame seeds, coconut. It's a lot of great products. Yay, starting the program in May. Awesome. If you guys need more help with regards to your health and wellness, your nutrition, you need to sign up for Lean. I have a session starting on Monday. This is all the stuff that we kind of break down in terms of, you know, what whole food nutrition looks like, you know, what foods you should be eating, what your macros should look like for maximum weight loss. All of that stuff is what I want to teach you. So if you have any other questions about incorporating more fiber into your diet, ask those in the comments below. If you found this information beneficial, I encourage you to use that share button. See that button right there? Share this right now with your friends and family so they can have all this information too. Yes, have an amazing week. Let's get all that fiber in this week and see how much better you feel. Talk to you soon, guys.